Well, shooters and reloaders out there, Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the Hot Lead Zone. And today we went to the range because it was open and we were able to test our Model 27 Smith & Wesson Classic. That's the latest Model 27 version. And we were testing it to see if the JB Weld that we did up here on the bottom of that screw hole that caused Vortex blasting onto the side wall of the cylinder solved that problem. And I just cleaned the gun. What we did was we shot 150 rounds of standard lead bullets, and then we also shot about 24 rounds of full Magnum 357 blasters, 125 grain jacket of hollow points. And by doing that, I felt that we would give it a good test to see if that JB Weld actually solved the problem or not. Well, cleaned the gun. Those of you who are observant are already noticing the blast marks. That's not just powder residue that just wipes off. That won't come off without some serious rubbing. We can get it off, but if we keep on doing that, we're going to wear the blue out on the front part of the cylinder. That's probably not what we want to do. Well, so obviously the JB Weld didn't work. Let's see why. Can you see that the JB Weld was blasted out of there? So we've learned that the JB Weld will not stand up to the flash gap blast. And that shouldn't be a surprise actually when you think about it, because it's the epoxy that is the part that can fail, not the steel reinforcement in the epoxy. The epoxy is what allows it to stay there. Well, under the force of the flash gap blast, no way is that going to stay there. In fact, looking very carefully, it looks like there's no JB Weld there at all. So for all of you out there who thought that maybe putting JB Weld in there would void the warranty, you can't even tell there's any JB Weld was put in there. And if I shoot the gun again with magnums, there definitely won't be any left at all, not even a trace of it. So we're back to square one. I'll go ahead and do some rubbing to get those off. So I don't know if you can see that smudge or not right there. But the way you get it off is a piece of Midway lead removal cloth, and you gotta give it a little bit of pressure here. And the trick is to remove about 95% of that so that you can preserve the bluing. So you get most of it off, but don't try and get it completely, otherwise the bluing won't be very durable in that area. Well, people just confuse it with holster wear anyway. So it's very judiciously done. Now when I get the blast marks off the front of the cylinder, then I scrub like mad. Try and scrub the daylights off of it. And that gets the blast marks off the front of the cylinder. And eventually you'll lose the bluing on the front of the cylinder, but that's okay, because that looks a lot better than the blast marks. Okay, now we're going to wipe it all down with our Ed's Red. Well, we sure got that barrel clean though. You see there's no lead in there. There might just be one little tiny, didn't see that before. There might be something in there. Looks pretty clear. I'll go back and check out that one little spot. But our cylinders sure are clear, and that's because I ran that power drill with the brass brush in each one of these chambers for about 15 seconds. Get some clear pronto. And of course, shooting those 24 rounds of full magnums did not hurt. We shot those at the very end of the day. So those blast marks are pretty much under control, as you can see. We'll go ahead and coat this fine gun with a very thin layer of mineral oil and put it away till the next range trip, probably within the next couple of weeks. So for all of you out there who suspected that the JB Weld could not work a miracle, you're all absolutely correct, but we had to find out. And I'm glad to say that the blast takes care of the JB Weld nicely. It didn't leave any JB Weld residue anywhere either. So that's real nice to know. Bye for now.